is going on YouTube. Man, I've been MIA from YouTube and recording content, and DIA in regards to everything else. I've been mixing, I've been running back and forth to London. I've been writing more songs as well. And I've said I wanted to work on my own album this year. So I've just been trying to focus on that and get clarity in the way of direction, because it's kind of like I'm switching my producer hat into more of like an artist hat and just trying to figure out the best way I want to release all the songs I have and then the album I have to drop as well. But I'm always trying to be like a student of the game. So I've been researching more things to do with like my plugins as well. It's just been a crazy month. I always say March is like March Madness because it's always been a great month for me, whether it's getting a BMI check or like streaming royalty, whatever. It's just like a great month for me. And I've always said spring is like my new year. So now I'm pretty much amped to go. So it's been crazy from the end of February. So now I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm ready to record content again. I've taken some videos along the way of what I've been up to and things I've been doing. So I'm gonna either put some in this video or just like share some stuff, in other videos, because there's just been a lot. But I'm truly grateful. I went to will.i.am's event, I think it was Friday the 14th, which is an FYI event. Obviously, will.i.am's in his entrepreneurial bag at the moment. He's put the AI in radio. That's what he says. He has this platform called FYI, and I've been there multiple times in LA. It's just off Cole Ave. I put a little snippet of the headquarters in the video as well. But it's just always a good time, His studio there is flipping insane. But you meet great people. You get to connect with great people. He has this thing of a Thursday, I think it is, Thursday evening, where it's like culture fire for FYI. And it's just people sitting around having a conversation, but it's all things to do with like creativity and music. And it's just nice to connect with people, man. I feel like we need more of that in the UK. But yeah, it's been crazy insane. Like even today I've worked out, answered some emails, and I'm just about to like eat lunch now, and it's like 20 to 3. But I fancy some fries. I've been like on a strict diet because I'm cutting my weight back down. But I'm just about to eat some fries. Thank God for an air fryer. My trusty air fryer gets me through busy days, man. But yeah, like I said, March has been crazy, but I'm ready to shoot more content out to you guys. I've been creating, like I said. I'm going to show you some videos of the FYI event. I was invited by a friend called Julie Pilot, she is will.i.am's kind of like right-hand lady. And I met her for another friend in LA. We've basically just been cool since then. So as she was in London, she kind of reached out. Well, I reached out to her and I was like, oh my gosh, you're in London. She was like, yep, we're doing an FYI event. Please come. So I turned up and it was great, It was nice to be there for the UK launch and the press day. And then he had family and friends as well there and a DJ playing. So it was great. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to show you some beats, but I'm about to eat now. Okay, what's going on, guys? So I've just eaten and now I'm in the car. I'm on my way to a music shop to pick up some headphones. I wanted to try out some new headphones when recording and tracking vocals, because I have the open back biodynamics now, and the sound leaks through the headphones when I'm recording. So I just wanted to get some new ones. I'm intending on getting the Audio Technicas, the M50Xs. I've done some research on those and they look pretty much suited to what I need. They have 3 different types of wires in them, which is good. And the longest one is 3 meters. So that's going to be good, so it's not hitting so the cable doesn't hit the mic stand when you're recording and things like that. And then there's no like audio leaking when you're tracking the vocals. I didn't really recognize that much audio leaking in the past because the mic I was using wasn't as good as the one we have now. So I just want to stop off and check some stuff out. I haven't been to that music shop in a while, so I'm going to see what other things they have as well. I just tried to record some footage on my drone, but my phone wouldn't connect. Well, sorry, it connected, but it kind of had some interference. But I think it's because my phone's connected to the car. So that was a bit of an issue, but I'm going to test it out later. I know the follow me mode works when I'm walking, but I haven't used it in the car yet. And if I can't use it in the car, that's going to be a problem. Also, I've got the DJI plugged up here as well. I want to get some shots of me driving in daylight. I've tested it out when it's been more cloudy and it hasn't been too bad. But if you see any shots of me driving today, it's because I'm using that.
Bentley, brand new titties. Everything I want, I get. He get me. I don't do coke, but I don't judge, boo. I met a cool white bitch in a bad.
Alright, guys, so we just got back from the music shop. I copped these, the Audio Technica M50Xs. They were £145 originally, but this place price matches with Gear for Music. It's another music shop in London, and I got them for like 129 quid. So I think that in dollars would be like 150 quid. And if you're paying £145, it must be like £170. No, $170. So yeah, I'm happy I got them because like I said, it comes with 3 different types of cables. And I needed a longer one for recording vocals. I won't be mixing with them. I could possibly be traveling with them, but I'm not sure. I have Bluetooth headphones that I use at the moment, Sony ones, and those are really good. But I just feel like I'd rather keep those for gym and then have these ones for like traveling, depending on how things work. So yeah, I'm excited to use them and test them out when recording vocals. Since they're not open back, I don't expect too much bleed in the headphones. I mean into the microphone. So yeah, I'm excited to test them out. Probably test them out later on today. All right, guys. So this is my Ableton session. Before I get into the beat breakdown, I'm gonna play you the vocal that I received first.
I don't wanna go another night. Need to feel your body next to mine. Can we lay here together?
All right, so that's all I'm gonna play. So getting into the beat, when I heard the vocal, obviously it's R&B. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna definitely start off with a piano and then layer that with another piano. In the beginning, I was gonna reach for a vinyl piano, but I went for a tape piano instead. Once I put my chords down and got a feel and layered it, I then went in and added a bass, kept the drums very simple, and then just started to structure the beat. So I'll play you the melodies first, and then I'll play you the drums. And now add in the kick. This beat really didn't need too much. I didn't want to drown out the vocals because they were creating their own cadence. Okay. So typically when you're creating around acapellas, it's best to kind of find the melody first, or at least the chords to match the acapella. That's what I did. So I listened to the acapella, I checked the key that was in, and then I matched the chords to that key. Okay, so the piano on its own. And it's just the same throughout. And on its own, the bass sounds like this. Very, very dark. Nice. It just thickens out the melody. So yeah, once I had that, I was just like, you know what, this beat doesn't need, or this song, sorry, doesn't need that much. So then I just came to structuring it to make sure it fit with the vocal, and that the song is almost telling a story. I didn't want to have it completely just like piano, bass throughout. I wanted to drop out some sections. Like here, I dropped out the drums and the bass because then when it goes back into the chorus, it's more impactful. So I'll play you the full song now.
You bring it out of me, I feel provoked. So tonight it's only right. Throw it at me like some spare change. Yeah, babe. Anything you wanna try.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna leave it there, obviously because this track hasn't been released yet, so I'm only gonna play snippets. But yeah, that's the full beat, man. As always, I enjoyed creating this sort of style. R&B seems to be. I keep saying it. I'm not trying to always create R&B, but it just seems to be something I'm working a lot on. And like I said, I have been invited to create a lot more songs within that genre for specific artists. So it's just something that I've been working on a lot more recently. But yeah, I'm here for it. Do you know what I mean? I'm still growing. It's not all the same, and I'm just enjoying where I'm at the moment. So no complaints. All right, guys. So that's gonna be it from me. I hope this video has been a little bit insightful on how I go about creating melodies or a beat around an acapella, and also finding other ideas and ways to be creative instead of just making a beat, sending it out. You know, it's nice to get acapellas too, just to test your gangster in a sense, test how creative we are as producers and what we could do. I think it's really important to keep striving to grow within the industry and as a creative, and take time to, like I said, learn your plugins, learn mixing, mastering, just to become a well-rounded producer or songwriter or just an artist. I think tapping into different areas of the industry is always helpful and insightful. But by the time this video comes out, it would have been Easter. I hope you guys had a lovely Easter with your family and friends. Us in the UK, we get 2 days off over Easter. So those in the UK, I hope you had a lot of time to be productive and creative. Um, I'm finding a healthy balance around creating content. Um, a lot more personal stuff in regards to what I do on a day-to-day basis as a music producer and a creative. The industry is always changing, like I said. You have to be able to move with the currents and also, keep up with the trends and also create your own trends. Us as producers, we have an influence on the way music is being perceived and also recorded. I'll be heading to France. I'm going to see some friends, and I think I'm heading to the studio on the second day of being there. I need to double check on the dates, but I also want to bring you guys with me on that. Going and making music at a studio or having a session with people isn't always the same as making music at home in your bedroom or in your home studio. Things are different. You're working with different people. You're learning how they move, how they create music, and also how you can help be a part of something, whether it's a single, an album, whatever. Like, being invited to these rooms are a blessing. So just soak up as much information as you can, but also constructively add your touch to the song or the project. I'm gratefully finding a happy, healthy balance with creating content alongside of everything else I do. And I'm looking forward to sharing my day-to-day life and things that I go through as a producer, whether it's like a creativity block, lack of inspiration and things like that. These are all different levels. Sometimes the self-doubt kicks in and it's like, I ain't shit. But we learn to get over those things and roll with the punches. But I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in.